I'm Dr. Jamie Long, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the ways we can experience unhealthy guilt. For example, the guilt you could feel for simply just being successful. To be successful means to stand out from your social group, colleagues, family members, and friends. It requires a fair amount of courage to surpass the in-group, as there's always a strong pull to remain at an equal level. As long as you stay within the confines of average and expected, you will blend right in. And blending in can feel intoxicatingly comfortable, while standing out will naturally evoke feelings of maladaptive or ineffective guilt. Dr. Rob Maldonado on the Debbie and Dr. Rob podcast explained that if we succeed, there's a natural tendency to experience guilt. And if we fail, there's a natural tendency to feel shame. And this is especially true if we're trying to keep up with appearances and are overly concerned with what other people think. So why do I feel guilty for my success, you might ask? Pack mentality. Stay with me. So wolves, they naturally organize themselves into packs, a social group that is full of complexity, drama, and vicious conflict that is ironically relatively stable. By assembling into a group, the wolf pack effectively hunts large prey, safely rears their young, and protects their territory. On rare occasions, a wolf leaves his natal pack, becoming a lone wolf. And he does so at great cost, accepting the dangers of no longer having the protection of the other wolves, risking injury, starvation, even death. In a sense, humans are pack animals too. Like our wolf brethren, we thrive from social behavior, we follow leaders, and adhere to our placement in a sophisticated hierarchical order. From an evolutionary perspective, one could argue that we're influenced by instinct to remain within the confines of our pack. For humans, pack membership comes in many forms, such as peer groups, the community, colleagues, and our families. Our natal pack, our family of origin, is the first group we belong to. It's there that we are conditioned and molded to become a socially acceptable person, hopefully. We grow up with rules, consequences, and expectations, whether directly stated or implied. Our behavior is shaped through discipline, and we might even be guilted or shamed if we don't follow the rules of the household. The way we're parented in childhood is the birthplace of our relationship with guilt, which can be healthy or unhealthy. So unhealthy guilt versus healthy guilt. Healthy guilt is a social construct to help us conform to the civil society at large, and it's a very normal part of healthy functioning. Therefore, when we do something that is incongruent with our values, we experience guilt. This guilt causes us to course correct and resume normal, adaptive living. What kind of person doesn't experience any guilt? Probably not someone you want in your inner circle. So, our families might have used guilt and shame to modify our behavior and to keep us in line with the status quo. And sometimes the status quo is kind of middle of the road mediocrity. If we end up making more money or achieving more than our family, siblings, and friends, we become an other because we're no longer conformed to the in-group. And we consequently experience this unhealthy guilt. In peer groups, newfound success might be met with adversity. When we exceed or reach equal status of a peer that was once ahead of us, we kind of send shockwaves through the complex ranking order. Surpassing someone higher on the pecking order is threatening to the alpha, and they might respond with judgment and rejection. Whatever the reaction of the alpha and his followers, know that it comes from a place of trying to maintain conformity. So, if you become filled with unhealthy guilt, realize that it's simply a natural process, but now you have a choice. Let the guilt compel you back to conformity, or reject the guilt and embrace your success. All right, so what do we do about success guilt? 1, get clarity on what success means to you, not what you were told success means. Write down your personal definition of success And if you're pursuing success that is personally meaningful to you, you're far less vulnerable to experiencing guilt for being successful. All right, 2, ask yourself, do I consider myself to be successful by my own definition? The opinion of yourself is the one that matters most. 3, stop hustling for your self-worth. Stop worrying about appearances and play into the crowd. If you want to feel real success rather than just see it on paper, you have to succeed like no one's watching. All right, 4, ask yourself why you want to be successful. If no one knew of your success, would it still be worth pursuing? If the answer is no, then you're probably performing for appearance's sake rather than your true self. Playing to the crowd will increase success guilt. 5, listen to the right voice. The right voice is the sound of your true self's inner wisdom, your inner knowing. The inner critic is the voice of others, not the true self. We are not born with the inner critic or the inner saboteur. It develops over time, usually from negative experiences. 6, explore your feelings of guilt and shame. Don't avoid them or stuff them. The self-awareness you'll gain from experiencing the origins and patterns of these emotions is critical for personal growth. And this knowledge will help you discern when you're performing for others versus yourself. 7, realize that deserve has nothing to do with it. No one deserves to succeed, just as no one deserves to fail. Success or failure depends on the actions, lack of actions, timing, and opportunity that precedes the end result. Moving forward, know that guilt is a natural part of success, of being successful, because exceeding our group defies natural rules of pack mentality. However, you can rise above the pain and anxiety that comes with separating from the pack. Sure, it's kind of scary and risky to be the lone wolf, but as the saying goes, with great risk comes great reward, as long as it's done for the right reasons. I'm Dr. Jamie Long, licensed clinical psychologist and a co-founder of the Psychology Group Fort Lauderdale. I hope you found this valuable. If so, you can learn more about guilt and many other topics at our website, thepsychologygroup.com.